Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Let us go on to Chapter 2, where they are going to be revealing the who won the exhibition. The competition contender is dead, and two of our fellow finalists are implicated in a murder. What are they thinking, Ace? We must put a stop to this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to crown the winner of the grand prize, honoring the most talented inventor at the World Exhibition. This year's finalists are at the forefront of technological advancement, representing the latest in modern invention. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to declare this year's winner to... Stop this at once. I say, what is the meaning of this? Mr. Rochester's signature brace is conducting an investigation into the murder of one of the competition finalists. It's therefore not fitting for the ceremony to proceed until the culprit faces justice. Wait, murder, signature brace? I had no idea someone was killed. Well, I didn't give it a second thought. The show must go on. There's a time and a place for celebration, Mayor Castletown, and now is not appropriate. Very well, Signature Brace, we shall wait. You're free to proceed with your investigation. Well, it appears we have talked a little sense into Mr. Rochester and Mayor Castletown for now. How shall we proceed, Ace? Good idea. It's possible Miss George's killer, or even the victim herself, were here in the Crystal Palace. Let's scour the ceremony stage for clues. Should have just waited for them. They could have said that Celine George's was the winner, and then we're like, nope. Jump the gun a little bit, buddy. Buckaroo. Oh, last little bit of the combo frenzy. Gosh, I love the combo frenzy. Alright, so Scarf's definitely one. That's the book for sure. I think I metal pieces, which are down here. Gift and parrot. There's the parrot. There's the gift. Yeah, of course I want the next district to be Jack the Ripper. That'd be sweet. Good show, Ace. The fumble scarf is missing some tassels. They said that the thread Celine George is clutched in her hand. The scarf must be the killer's. The garment Richard told us about. Collecting a sample of that white powder could shed some more light on their identity. Covering secrets is your specialty, Ace, so searching through that folder is a wise course of action. Those broken pieces of metal might seem like a dead end, but I'll trust your instincts. I'm sure you can reassemble them. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, show. Oh, show. Yeah, you got a lot of clues that we gotta get through. Oh. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. This VIP pin grants special access to the exhibition tower. Oh, heavens, Ace, you're right. This pin belongs to Commissioner Baldwin. He was on the tower's upper deck, the very place Celine George's was murdered. And this isn't the first time Commissioner Baldwin has been suspected of murder at the World Exhibition. We know he held a grudge against the inventor of the steam pack, Orville West. Is it possible he harbors similar feelings for Celine George's? Let's ask the Commissioner to find out. Yeah, they're... Oh, man, the Commissioner as well? Brother. Good morning, Joaffe? Joaffe? I think that's how you pronounce it. 51! 50 people watching this, I love it. Ace, the plenty fence of the folder is a diagram of the exhibition tower's upper deck, the very place Miss George was pushed to her death. And look at these notations. Safety barriers are too low, no safety net, and the plan is signed by Chief Inspector Halstead. Eleanor Halstead has been tasked with maintaining security at the World Exhibition. It goes without saying she's had a difficult time. This diagram indicates the Chief Inspector had concerns about the safety of the exhibition tower. Did she do anything about them? Let's go find out. Oh, we knew she was going to be there. That was going to be my guess. We know the scarf you collected this white powder from belongs to the killer. If Viola can identify the sample, we'll be one step closer to bringing them to justice. I agree. 12 hours? Sweet. Let's go talk to these guys, see what they got to say for themselves. Look forward to his time, Senior Trooper. I'm just getting into the queue for the hot air balloon ride. Care to join me? I'm afraid we have our hands full investigating the murder of Celine Georges, Commissioner. Yeah, a real tragedy on an auspicious night. Are you here with an update on the case? Well, not exactly. We understand you had access to the exhibition tower's upper deck, which is restricted to the public. It happens to be where Miss Georges was pushed to her death. Meaning that I could be her killer is what you're saying. You suspect me of criminal activity since New Haven Senior Rays, and frankly, I'm tired of your baseless accusations. If I were you, I'd tread carefully. By now, you should know who you're dealing with. I do, but you don't get a pass just because you're the commissioner. Not in my world. You're in my world now. Chief Inspector Hustle, apologies for disturbing you, especially on a night like this, but yeah, by all means, we have another murder on our hands, and Mayor Castell and Leopold Rochester are breathing on my neck. Feel free to take up as much time as you need. Well, I'm sorry, Senior Brace, I'm just a bit jittery from eating too much cotton candy. You know how I get around sugar. Well, we wanted to ask you about your safety concerns regarding the exhibition tower. Yes, I was worried about the safety of visitors accessing the upper deck. I had every intention of implementing better protocols before it was open to the public. If only a safety net had been in place, perhaps Celine Georges would still be alive. The World Exhibition has gone terribly wrong in so many ways. How could it have gotten so out of hand? I'm confident you've done the best job you could, Chief Inspector. Chin up, as Miss O'Malley would say. Alright, guys. Well, I will see you guys in 12 hours. I'm going to grab a bunch of stars from my Portuguese idiot. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Portuguese idiot, we are back. Let's get back to it. Judging from that white powder you collected from the murderer's scarf, Ace, you may be looking for a highly agitated killer. I don't follow, Viola. Are you perchance branching out into psychology? No, just pure scientific deduction, Isaac. On a microscopic level, those crystals are a chemical compound made of carbon, hydrogen, chlorine, and oxygen. In these relative proportions, they form chloral hydrate. What has that got to do with the emotional stability of Celine Georges' killer? Chloral hydrate is commonly used as a sedative. The drug has many calmative uses, but it's frequently prescribed to ease frayed nerves. Oh, sword killer uses sedatives. There shall be no rest for the wicked, Ace, with you on the case. It's a sedative. Nice. Celine Georges' killer should be warned. With you closing in, Ace, but damning evidence is still lacking. And because the victim was pushed from the top of the exhibition tower and found dead at the monument's base, we have not one crime scene, but two. Quite right, Ace. Let's return to one where the victim was first discovered. Perhaps there's something we overlooked. Perhaps. Whoa. Alright, so accordion, rose, how am I missing this stuff? Book. Why can I not find the rose? Oh, duh. Rose with card. Wine glass and origami. Well, that notebook seems out of place, Ace. Perhaps it will belong to the victim. If you can decipher that symbol lock, we shall know for certain. But there's no doubt that rose was intended for Celine Georges. Her name is written on the card. It seems like some kind of romantic gesture. Retrieving that faded message may identify Miss Georges' secret admirer. How much you want to bet that it was... the mayor. Oh! No, I was wrong. I hardly know what to make of this romantic invitation, Ace. Celine Georges had a romantic evening plan with Stanley Spark? I was under the impression the two inventors were rivals. I wouldn't have expected them to fraternize socially. And yet this cause speaks to the contrary. Right, Ace. Stanley Spark has some explaining to do. That's another reason he's dressed all nice. Nice. Way to go, Stanley. Alright, so we have a 7-7-3-1-7-2. Yep. Then you have a 6-8-5-4-6. Seven, 9, 2, 1, 4. Almost got 8. Well, this is some kind of sort of scrapbook, Ace, and the articles inside are obituaries. However, none of the names are familiar to me, and I wonder what that message means. If Spark wins, this will never happen again. I agree, Ace. Evie should be able to determine the significance of these obituaries. Let us send her the scrapbook at once. Alright, while we do that, we're going to go talk to Mr. Spark. How did I know it was going to take 12 hours? Ah, Senior Trooper Ace, would you care for some cotton candy? We're less interested in your sweet tooth, Miss Spark, and more concerned about your sweet heart, namely Celine George's. Sweetheart, Miss George's, what are you talking about? We found your rose, Miss Spark. You and the victim had a romantic engagement? Oh, well that. Yes, we were meeting, but there's nothing romantic about it. I have my vices, like using my chlorate hydrate, then it's advisable. But falling in love with my competition is not one of them. That rose was nothing more than a touch of class, a mark of charisma. And you're certain that's how Miss George's interpreted it? Unrequited love can easily spark a lover's quarrel, pardon the pun. I don't care how Selena interpreted anything. We may have shared mutual interests, but we were still rivals after all. Now, if you don't mind, I'm growing tired of this. That's everything, Senior Race. I'm eager to take one of those hot air balloon rides. Shh, me too. Just not with you. Don't trust you. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in 12 hours from Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Time is done. Let's finish off Chapter 2. Deaths of young people are tragic, Ace, but it's even ever more painful when their deaths come in the line of duty. Are you saying these obituaries are for police officers? I'm afraid so. And what's more, at the time of their deaths, each of the deceased officers was under the command of Chief Wright. Chief Wright? Could this scrapbook be his? Without question, the police records also show that the chief held a memorial service for these officers. He's clearly concerned with preserving their legacy. Well, that explains the message about Spark's suit. The chief seems to believe it could prevent other officers from dying. Quite right, Ace. If Chief Wright had a vested interest in Spark's victory, we need to have another discussion with him. Well, he didn't necessarily need to have Chief Wright or Spark win. He just needed to see the exosuit and want to buy it for the police department. Chief Wright, Ace wanted to ask you about your scrapbook. A sad litany of officers killed in the line of duty. Oh, where did you... How could I be so careless with that book? This message you scrawled on the page, do you really think Spark's suit could prevent such tragedies? I live with hope, Ace. That suit is said to have manifold protective applications. Can you imagine if officers were equipped with technology that could save their lives? These aren't just our colleagues, Ace. These are our friends. That's why it's imperative that Spark claims victory at the World Exhibition so his exosuit can go into mass production. I hardly sleep at night, Ace. Thank heavens for chloral hydrate. You simply cannot fathom the burden of a man in my position. Well, you're right, Chief. It would indeed be a weight off your shoulders. Weaker men than you have been known to kill in such desperation. Perhaps, Ace. In the end, we will have to let the facts of this case speak for themselves. So the fact that he said that, I think he's off the hook. I never thought to see the day, Ace, when nearly all of the suspects are colleagues. Not only have you placed Commissioner Baldwin at yet another crime scene, you've also learned that Inspector Halstead had concerns with the safety of the exhibition tower, but did nothing about them. And although his motives are noble, it seems Chief Wright has a vested interest in Stanley Spark's victory at the World Exhibition. Does someone mention Arthur Wright? I must speak with him immediately, Senior Grace. I'm afraid he's occupied, Judge Takakura. How can we help? I've had enough of the crime in this city. I've tried my last case and I'm putting down my gavel for good.
Oh, man.
Alright, guys. I'll see you guys in Chapter 3. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.